Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Ghostbusters review. Ba-ba-da-ba. Something, something. Bum-ba-da-dum. This has 15 plots. Bum-ba-da-dum. So, I'm back. It's been a little bit since I actually bothered to go see a movie in person. Or period. Like, I've been bad lately with watching movies. I have just a pile of crap on my desk next to the pile of actual crap that's just growing larger and larger for me to watch. But it's a Ghostbusters movie. I like the previous one, Afterlife. I thought it was a pretty good thing. It was a nice, nostalgic goodbye to a actor who passed away. It was good. It was appropriate. And now that's out of the way, we can go on to doing a more, I guess, regular Ghostbusters movie, which this kind of is. It's also like 5 or 6 different plots all at once. And it's kind of a mess. It's not bad. I would say it's fine. It's decent. I had a decent time. But I would have liked it if they had simply, stuck with an A plot and one B plot, and that was it. Like a normal movie structure usually does. No, this thing has basically 15 characters, 3 or 4 different main plots happening, some side plots, and there's so much happening and so many characters that there's no focus. The thing feels like chunks of a Ghostbusters Afterlife comic book series that was chopped up and then stapled together alongside a villain plot to make your movie loaf. And it doesn't really congeal fully into a full-on movie experience, I would say. It's not as good as the first one, as Afterlife. No, not by a long shot. Is it better than the original 2? Probably not. Like Ghostbusters 2, I think stronger than this. So this is better than. This is not even going. I'm not even going to bring up the specter of the remake, although I just did. No, this is a decent movie. A friend compared this to a middle of the road Marvel movie, which that's damning with faint praise, but that felt right. It's fine. So what is this thing? So we're picking up a couple years later from Afterlife. Phoebe Spengler, so Egon's grandkid, and her mother, and Paul Rudd, and the Scarecrow child from Stranger Things have all moved into the Ghostbuster firehouse behind me and are a family unit of Ghostbusters. That's plot 1. Plot 2. Phoebe's having a friendship with a lesbian ghost. That's plot 2. Plot 3. Scarecrow child has almost nothing to do in this movie and gets the, D plot of trying to catch Slimer in the attic. That's it. Then there's a plot with Ray gets delivered the plot MacGuffin, which is this big shiny orb of doom. Doom! I would like Dr. Doom in a Ghostbusters universe. That'd be funny. I like Dr. Doom in general. But we got a ball of doom delivered to him by actor whose name I forgot, and he plays the Indian dude in a lot of different movies because he's that guy, and I found him deeply irritating. And he has a plot to where he's like a descendant of proto-Ghostbuster firebender people. Just roll with it. And delivers Ray this ball of doom and said, "Hey, you have this now. Bye." And he just fucks off for a few hours, or for a part of the movie. And Ray wants to use this thing, this is a big ball of doom. And instead of, dropping this into a sewer somewhere, or possibly having someone put it in a trench, or in space, they're going to play with it. And then we have plot 15. Zedmore has produced basically the Ghostbusters Institute, which is cool world building. I will give this movie this. It had a lot of good world building ideas and concepts that never really follows up with or does anything particularly good with. Like the Institute idea, cool. Someone has who I do like that he has made a name for himself, made himself rich and successful, and is using his funds to help his friends and the Ghostbusting because he knows it's pretty important. Once a Ghostbuster, always a Ghostbuster. He gets some good speeches. He's probably my favorite character in this whole thing. He even gets to give the bad cop, the angry chief speech to Ray, which is kind of funny. So yeah, the instant flute plot is a more interesting thing. They take the Orb of Doom there, and they have some tech with horrifying implications, and we do play with some of the issues of what the Ghostbusters are actually doing, which is capturing ghosts and spirits and demons and shoving them in a little containment box for 30 years. And what do we do with them after a point? Well, it was the 80s. We didn't think about that, which is actually a pretty good joke. So yeah, Institute thing, cool idea. Adds a bunch more characters and brings back the was her name Lucky? Yeah. Brings back the one girl, the girl character from the last movie who had very little in that one. It has nothing to do in this one. On podcast is here. Yep, that's still his name. They don't get to say his actual name once the entire movie again. So that might be his actual birth name, which, you know, his parents are thinking ahead, honestly, if they named him that time for him to be a teenager in the now. So good on them. He's here, he's helping Ray, he's smashing things on Ray's YouTube show, which is oh, that's I can't remember if that's funny or depressing. Both. Press funny. Funniesting. Thu's better at making dumb combo names than I am. That's why he's Thu. Transformers man. Watch his show. He's funny. And British. Oh yeah. The Orb of Doom brings up our main villain, of the Frozen Empire of the title. Baraka. Not Baraka. That's a Mortal Kombat guy. Baraka. It's a big, tall, zombie-looking thing with giant horns. All ice powers. Ice Demon Man. Fine. Cool. Doesn't do anything beyond being evil, kill everyone, ghosts, control ghosts and stuff. And ties into the Phoebe's lesbian ghost friend plot in a kind of way. Yeah, it's time for Spoiler Town. Overall, if you like the last one, you'll probably like this fine. Not spectacular. Last one was better, but this is fine. I would like more of these, but I would like them to. The last one was more interesting because of the drasticness of the change in tone. This one feels too much like the older movies to the point where it kind of is boring and drags. And the fact the plot has no focus because there's 15 plots happening and 20 characters. The whole thing feels just like a kind of mess, and I was getting kind of bored. So that's the short version of this review. It's okay, not great shakes, decent rental. There you go. Spoiler Town. So I'm not cool with the idea that they have a soul extractor in their friggin' institute of tools. Like, that's kind of a thing. Like, you can do that apparently, and you're fine. And it leads to the ghost friend betrayal arc, which is obvious to start with, and they put a scene in where she confesses to the villain that she's gonna betray Phoebe, which negates the entire point of bothering to make it a surprise, which just deflates it even more because now there's no tension. They're like, oh, we know this is going to lead to a betrayal, and it's going to happen because the plot says so, because it has to happen to get the villain going. So it's kind of like, crap, I'm going to check my watch, and there's a betrayal. So, whatever on that. Paul Rudd and the mom are kind of funny. Like, the mom is amusingly checked out frequently with her kids, or at least she's so over this compared to the last one, which is both weird and funny. Like, oh, you're 18, go deal with the specter in the attic, I don't care, I'm gonna play with my phone. Fair enough. I feel bad for the Scarecrow child. He gets goddamn nothing to do in this movie. He drives a car once, and he gets slimed by Slimer twice. That's all he does. He has no plot meat whatsoever. And even though his girlfriend character, his potential love interest, shows back up midway through, nothing happens with them at all, and she don't do anything. She's there assisting British scientist Ghostbuster man at the Institute, who is a nothing character, and one of the long-lived dumb scientists in movies, but that's fine. the Ghostbusters are all scientists and they do incredibly stupid things. Anyways, that's kind of the joke. Anywho, this whole movie does, and the ending is kind of weird. Like, New York is turbo fucked, worse than usual here. Like, there are probably billions of dollars of damage to the whole city. Probably tons of people are dead. Ghosts have been released everywhere, and you got one, possibly two teams of Ghostbusters to deal with 30 years worth of ghosts that were crammed in a box. I'm sure this will go fine. After watching this, my brain is spinning ideas. There's more things that they could have done instead. Like, here, I'm going to bring a perspective of another movie that you all forgot even happened. Men in Black International. I hear crickets, so no one remembers that movie happened. That was the fourth Men in Black movie where they brought in new cast members and tried to expand into a global thing. Cool idea. Crappy movie. But a good idea. Ghostbusters Institute here. One of the best ideas that someone ever had with this franchise that they've never done anything with is to franchise it. There are ghosts all over the world, and just New York gets the Ghostbusters in it. International teams. Different teams in America. There's a lot of cool ideas here. And as our old Ghostbusters are all skeletons are incredible skeleton men now. Except for Winston. Winston's still fine. Yeah, that name right. My brain lockboxed, especially with names. But yeah, have him be like the Nick Fury. Have him like directing Ghostbusters teams across New York and across the world. That'd be fun. That'd be cool. There's lots of cool lore, like the idea of the of a Baraka in here. Neat. The little opening intro where a bunch of explorer society of people get completely wrecked by opening up this death orb. Kind of cool. This movie's a lot of things I wish they had done instead, or could have done. It's a lot of missed opportunities. So, not frustrating, but it's kind of like, okay, whatever. I would like another one, but yeah, I want this international idea. That would be cool. That'd be fun. I would like a time gap, like, don't come back to this for like at least 5 years. Let all the kid actors become actual adults. So the fact that we're kids, plot line can drop in the hole. Because I'm tired of that one. Said just do some new stuff with it. I don't want another one be set in New York at all, or back in the Bodunk town from Afterlife. Go international. You can peek in on New York, but go across the world, see all the ghosts across the land. That'd be cool. They are not going to do that. If they make another one of these, it's going to be in New York again. Or maybe it'll just be like one team in another part of the country, or in another country, and the rest of the team, most of it's in New York. That'll be what happens. Anyway, it's okay. I'm going now. Bye-bye. I might go see Dune 2. I haven't decided yet. Oh, no. I'm going to see Godzilla next. Godzilla X Kong, The New Empire next. Probably. A lot of weirdly, there's two movies with Empire thing in the subtitles this year, one after the other. Probably not doesn't mean anything, but weird that it happened. Oh yeah, like and subscribe, check my Patreon, Fair Affinity, Twitter, Blue Sky, etc., etc., etc. I'm making lots of porn right now. Later. Boots.